This video is for content creators and content creators only. If you're not a content creator, you can scroll. Can I just say something? If someone comes to you, an upcoming content creator comes up to you and asks you, hey, how do I make money? How do I capitalize on these platforms? And you tell them that brands, you don't approach brands, brands approach you. If I catch you, if I catch you telling somebody that, because how does that piece of information help somebody else? Instead of giving them a little something, be like, okay, maybe download Humans, or maybe download Webfluential. Maybe not download Webfluential because it's a website. Or maybe, or tell them to do something. I am so glad this video was made. Somebody said it. Somebody that's influential, that has her own brand with a large following, that I have witnessed work extremely hard to get to where she is today, has finally said it. So thank you, Jessica. I have witnessed how influencers or content creators with large following that started off with 5 followers in COVID and just remain consistent in the creation of their content, in posting all the time, in engaging their audience, in keeping us entertained, I've witnessed how they've grown. And it is so sad to see how some of these people that relied on us for views, for likes, for shares, for reposts, have been gatekeeping information, have been selfish with assisting content creators, new content creators. An example. One day, a upcoming content creator was creating a video and educating the public on how to approach how to approach PR companies to work with them, right? To work with their brands. She listed the PR companies, she listed the contact people's names, and she listed their email addresses. A local influencer with a huge following that runs quite a successful company right now. She actually, this is a second company she's running. The first one was like the snack box that she did, and then now she's running a second one that's quite successful. And it's honestly, for me, it's sincerely inspirational to see how she's grown, because I followed her in COVID and I have seen the growth. She goes into the comment section and she says, of this video that's being created to educate people on how to approach PR companies, she goes into this girl's comment section and she says, this particular PR company, that person is no longer working there, so please don't share invalid information. Great, thank you for letting us know. The creator of that video and the people in the comment section, including myself, then goes on to ask her, can you please share a valid thank you, and can you please share a valid email address or contact person with us? Not this chick deciding to gatekeep on another level, saying, no, full stop, you can go find it yourself. I wish I saved the video. I wish I stitched that or made a post on that comment and created awareness at that time. I was so shocked. I was like, what? I inboxed her, but obviously my messages didn't go through because she's not following me, and also she's got a restriction on her DMs as well. To tell her, no, if you are going to say something like that, you need to share the information, because it really reflects very poorly on you as an influencer to say no, that we can go find it on the internet. I just want to ask some of these influencers that gatekeep the way they gatekeep. Guys, remember a time that you had 1 follower. Remember the time that you struggled to break into in the industry. Remember the time that you really just wanted this one influencer to respond to you, to mentor you, to guide you as to how to break into the industry of content creation. Remember that you also wanted a company or an influencer or content creator to take a chance on you as well. You also had to start crawling before you could walk, before you could run in this industry. So if you have nothing better to say or to share, Please stay in your lane. Do what you do best, create content, entertain us, but please do not come into comment sections of people that are genuinely trying to share their knowledge, because sharing knowledge, the sharing of knowledge is power. Not having knowledge, the sharing of knowledge is power. Please don't come into in our comment sections as new content creators and try and discourage us. Please don't do that. Please stay in your lane. Run your business, run your brand, do what you need to do, and keep us entertained. But do not do that. That is such a selfish move on your end and really reflects so poorly. If you are genuine about supporting other content creators or supporting new influencers, show that. Create meaningful impact by sharing information. We're not saying share all your information, but share information. At some point, you're also going to be extinct. At some point, you whatever you're doing is going to possibly, unfortunately, run dry unless you are so consistent and you're so creative, you can keep your brand going. There's another influencer also, very huge influencer, that came onto this platform to ask, guys, what do you think? What kind of content should I create? What should I do? But when you ask questions in the comment section, you get sarcastic answers. Guys, don't do that. Ultimately, as much as we rely on you guys when you share content, you rely on us as well to view your content, to like your content, to repost your content. Because if that doesn't happen, PR brands don't want to work with you. If you don't have a certain amount of following, if you don't have a certain amount of likes, views, or shares, PR companies won't work with you. So ultimately, we are kind of securing the bag for you guys. And we would love for that support in return. And these are women. Here's the crazy part, is that these are women. The amount of comments or messages that I've received from males that I've approached to ask, how do I go about doing this, that, and that? It's amazing. The responses are amazing. But these are majority females that are gatekeeping this information. Where's the women empowerment that we speak about on this platform all the time? Where is it? But yet we're out here trying to cripple each other. Yeah. So I am so glad somebody said this. So glad. Guys, do not allow some of these influencers, some of these content creators that gatekeep to cripple you, to intimidate you. Continue creating. Find your niche, find your passion, find what you love. Create the content, post the content. Don't worry about likes, don't worry about views. Somebody out there is listening to you, loving you, appreciating your content as well. And lastly, do what sets your heart on fire. Do what sets your heart alight. Spend at least 1 to 2 hours a day creating your content, conceptualizing your content. If it sets your heart on fire, you are doing the right thing. Yes, you need your 9 to 5. Yes, you need to make an income. But find the time to do what you are passionate about. Find the time to serve your purpose. There is enough time. Time is so valuable. Do what sets your heart on fire. Also, may I add that there's a space for everyone. There is a space for content creation, for influencers. There's a space for all of us. There's a space for you that has 1 following. There's a space for you with 1 million followers. There's a space for all of us. No point taking up 5 spaces. No point taking up 5 spaces, because what are you doing? Why are you creating content in the first place? Again, yes, is to make money. I understand that. You need an income. But understand that ultimately you are here to create meaningful impact. There's a place for everybody. There's a place for everything. And once we understand that, and once we accept that, the grace and the blessing on your life, on your brand, on you, on the entire you, is just amazing. It will be amazing. So don't stop creating. Don't stop creating. Don't stop being the influencer that you desire to be. Don't stop. Don't stop doing what sets your heart on fire.
When I was stitching this video and downloading it, I went through the comments, And for some reason, let me check. I think I removed the comments all in general, like I took them down because I didn't have the time to comment this video. So I'm commenting on it a while later. So I was looking for space in my phone. So let me check first. So yeah, I probably removed it. So people were talking about Kim Kyla. I'm not sure if I said her name right, but she's a Cape Townian girl and she's a colored woman. I'm sure you know her. She likes pink and she has like a shampoo business going on. So people were talking about how she blocks her followers whenever they call her out. She sorry, does not want to be called out on her behavior. They also mentioned somebody else, and I forgot the name. But people really were calling out these influencers, and they are not the only ones. Like, I also feel like the main reason for this is because of how women are treated, basically. And every time a woman gets in certain spaces, they want to be there for as long as possible. They feel like they're going to be pushed out of business as well, because these businesses, these corporations are very tight on black people coming into the business in comparison to white people. Okay, they make it very extremely hard for us to come into the business. So your likes, like being Bonang, would have it a tough time literally showing you the ropes, will literally just have an ego problem of saying no, of saying yes, I can help you, I can show you what happened, like really share and air out everything. Like they will really have a time of saying yes to helping their followers do what they do, how they do it, unless they pay them, pay me for helping you, you know. And I'm also guilty of it at some point because I remember at one point I was talking about a job, and this job was a call center job, and it was really an awesome job. What was the job again? In Sunton. What was the job again? Wait. So the call center is called UDM International. You can Google it. For me at that time, I worked there. I enjoyed it a lot. Like it was one of the most uplifting things. Oh, I remember why I charged him. Oh, he wanted me to write him something. And after I gave out a detail of information, what you can do, how can you can research them. So I remember I wasn't gatekeeping. It was on my YouTube. So I was sharing information that I work there. Just like I'm saying right now that I worked at UDM International, and I was like there for 3 years, 2 years, and it was such an amazing time working there. I loved the people. I made amazing friends that I will never really forget at that time. And it was like just me coming out of high school, and yeah, like I really, when I was in school, like I did a lot of jobs, like so. So yeah, that was UDM. Like Google it, UDM International, if you want to be in a call center business. I don't know how things are right now, obviously, because I haven't been there in years. I don't know how things are operating now. But there was this black lady, I forgot her name as well. I loved her. She had dreads. And she helped us a lot. Like she was the team motivator. She did a lot of things motivating us, inspiring us. So he was asking me, the person in the comments, to write and help him with the other things. And yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna charge you for that. Like I was gonna charge him 200 at that time. So it wasn't much. It was 200 rand. So I was like, and I kind of like felt guilty afterwards. I was like, maybe I should have helped him write that CV. Maybe but I also felt like I'm also busy with my other job thing, and I have to do it because like I wasn't motivated. Like I feel like that money will also motivate me to write what you want me to write as well. So I'm kind of like in the mix with this, in the mix of when I'm. So the main point is this: it's hard. It's really, really, really hard for women in the industry. I don't think we talk about the pay gap as well between men and women. Men earn higher. than women in this country are paid according to two things, race and gender. So already it's like a tight ship for us people of color. As I said, it's very, very hard for people of color to get in the space, do what they do, and get paid well for it. Even when you think you're paid well, there's a point where you're ripped off and you could be paid off better. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like get why these influencers really want a tight ship, and they don't want anybody getting in because they want to be the star. They want, sorry, the brand to keep on hiring them, to keep on calling them, because that's how they make their money. That's how they make their bread. Because if they don't get it, if there's so much people getting into this space, if there's so many people getting into the space, then they have a fear. They have a fear that they won't get what they want to get. Okay? So I hope we are lenient a little bit on influencers as well. I do understand Kim Kyla's doing her own thing as well. But remember also, these people have the lowest and the most insecure personalities ever. Like, they are really, really, really skeptics, and they're really, really fragile. So we really need to think that these people, influencers, don't do this because they feel like people are really gonna rip them off as well. And as the industry is hard, it's hard, guys. I don't think that we guys, the influencers themselves, talk about how hard it is for them, because again, they want to put out a persona. It's really hard, guys. It's hard. I don't think one day I'm gonna put out a YouTube and talk about how the challenges of YouTube that I face as a black content creator, as a person who posts every day, you know. But I never gatekeep. Like, people ask me, do you make money? Yes, there's money from the content that I make. There's money. But like I said, I'm gonna make content about this one day. I promise I'm gonna get back to this, and I'll never forget, because that's one of the things that I plan on making. But it won't be a video that will be out now. But I promise it will be, and you'll see it. You know, I always update you guys. So it's very hard. It's very hard to penetrate the market. It's very hard to stay in the market. It's very hard to really convince these people to give you their money. But when it comes to other demographic of people, they just give it out. But when it comes to us, it's like, well, sorry, like, we're on a tight budget. Like, we can only afford to give you R1 or R2. But just as an example, guys, you get what I'm saying, right? So it's hard. It's very, very extremely, really, really, extremely, really, really, extremely hard. Okay, so give them leniency. It's hard. I understand why you're mad with them, but leniency. Give them to that. Give them that. Or if you cannot, then block them. It's just that. Because I can tell you right now, if you want to get into this industry, it's hard, especially if you want to get into YouTube. It's hard. Prepare yourself for that. Otherwise, you're gonna quit. But there's a topic for another day.
I can't be the only one who's sick and tired of the lies that influencers tell us. I cannot be the only one. Sidina salabantu. Kulezi nsuku ayikho into engidina njenge-influence. Amanga abawabhibhidlayo awusekho nonembeza kubona. And ngiyazi ukuthi this is their bread and butter. But asikho isidingo samanga mangaka. I-influencer, you know that they've never had a single pimple in their entire journey being an influencer. Maybe they photoshopped it out, but they've never been a person who struggled with skincare. Chiki, they're ambassador for XYZ company. And they're like, it's the best. It helped me. Highly recommend. You can't highly recommend something you don't even use. And we understand it, you're coming for every bag, but don't lie to us. Be authentic. And I think part of it is it campaign managers? I don't know what they're called. But umuntu campaign or campaign leyo, they have expectations for you to speak so well of that product. At what cost? It's a lie. We know that you do all those laser what, you do these skin brightening peels, you do all these things. You've never touched Ganya, but somehow Iganya is now the best. I feel like what you can do alternatively, tell us that, okay, I'm trying out this product for the next 2 weeks and I'll come back and give you a review of ukuthi ngiphathe kanjani. I'm not going to mix it with any other skincare. Then you come back to us, the consumers, and you tell us, you guys know that I've not had skincare problems, but what I can tell you is that I saw this level of improvement. It was very slight, but I mean, it was only 2 weeks where I tried this thing out, and I recommend this thing for people with skincare type A, B, and C. You've sold the product lab. But if you it's the best, you love it, you've never used it. Oh, I'm not coming from for anyone specific, but you know when you say manje why Iganya best? Then why singayibonanga Iganya in your vlogs for the past couple of years? Suddenly Iganya is the best. Kanjani. And I'm a campaign manager, Anna Umtayela in this thing, they have an influence in this because it's the people you choose. You always want the biggest influencers that clearly get help from other estheticians, ne? Yeah, it's estheticians. Estheticians. I don't know how you call it. And I'm not like a marketing person or what, but as a consumer of content, iyacika lento yamanga ama-influencer. And kuzofika la khona singasaba support. Why are you lying as an influencer? Like, I don't know, is there a better way to communicate? We know you want to get in your bag, but don't lie to us as Sonny Lima. For me, honestly, it's getting to a point where they just upset me so much, I just unfollow. Awana manga. Like bazokholela, khuluma iqiniso. Just tell them ukuthi the 2 weeks period where you were trying out this period, you couldn't see results, but it didn't make your skin worse. And you highly recommend it for people with skin type A, B, and C. Afuna nama campaign manager and what do they actually want from influencers that makes them lie so much? Or are they just so used? Honestly, Mina, I'm just like, if you're gonna tell me highly recommend, you don't highly recommend it to everyone. I'm not an influencer, again, I emphasize, but if you give me a product, I will tell you if it's good. I'll tell you if it wasn't good for me. I'll read the ingredients, and if I think some of the ingredients there are just generally bad, like cancerous, I'll tell you why you shouldn't buy Gentle Magic. I'll tell you why Relaxer X, Y, and Z is not good for you. I mean, it's no joke ukuthi more relaxer your hair turns orange. There's nothing good about that. I'll tell you why this toothpaste is just overpriced for no reason. Because Sensodyne and Colgate and Aquafresh are the same thing. It's lies that I keep hearing. It's just lies. I just want to comment, why ukamba amanga? You can't even say it in your own language because you know it's lies. Why are you lying to us? And why are campaign managers pushing this narrative of just lying and having everything recommended to us? Stop it, guys. It's enough.